was chasing every mile I could see, head full of worry, hands tied on the wheel. The sun was falling on a gravel road, and I didn't know how tired my soul had grown. Every sign I passed said keep moving on, like rest was something I could never afford. My prayers felt rushed, my heart stayed loud. I was running fast just to not break down. Then the sky turned gold, the road turned still. I felt a weight I didn't have the will to carry one more mile. So I pulled over, let the engine rest, let the silence say what I couldn't confess. I didn't hear thunder, I didn't see fire, just peace moving slow through my tired mind. I thought I'd lost you somewhere back then, but you were waiting when the engine went quiet. Dust settled down on the hood of my truck, like the world itself was learning to hush. No answers came, no words were said, but something heavy lifted from my chest. I felt your nearness in the open air, not pushing me forward, just standing there, letting me breathe again. So I pulled over, let the engine rest, laid all my hurry on the side of my chest. I didn't need proof, I didn't need signs, just the mercy of being right on time. I thought I'd lost you somewhere back then, but you were waiting when the engine went quiet. If you're not in the rush, teach my heart to stay. If love doesn't hurry, help me live that way. I don't need the road to end, I just need to know you're here. So I'll pull over whenever I forget that I'm already loved, I'm already kept. I won't outrun grace, I won't force the light. I'll meet you again in the quiet night. I was never alone, I just couldn't hear. You've been with me every mile, every year. The engine stayed quiet, and my heart finally knew why. That old Bible's been lying by the window, the same place I left it years ago. Coffee rings on the wooden table, page is thin, but the truth's still bold. I walk past it 1,000 mornings. You said I'd read it one of these days. Life kept calling me louder than mercy, so I turned and walked away. I chased the hours, I chased the reasons, tried to earn what's freely given. Every promise felt too patient, every grace too kind to listen. I thought faith meant holding tighter, never letting myself fall apart. Didn't know I was getting further from a love that knew my heart. But tonight the house is quiet, no excuses left to use, and that book is still wide open, like it's been waiting on me to choose. Still open on the table, like it never lost my name. Every word still saying welcome, every line still full of grace. I thought I'd miss my moment, thought I'd gone too far away, but that Bible's still open on the table, and your love never closed the page. I run my fingers down familiar verses, ones I learned when I was young. They don't sound like judgment talking, they sound like home I used to run from. Every scar I try to hide feels lighter in this borrowed light, like truth was never in a hurry, just waiting for the right night. No voice of shame, no pointed finger, just mercy breathing slow, like you've been right here all along, loving me more than I know. It's still open on the table, every promise where it's been, not a single word forgotten, not a chapter wearing thin. I thought I'd lost my way forever, thought I'd wasted all my days, but that Bible's still open on the table, and your love never closed the page. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need to understand. If you're willing to stay with me, I'll take your truth by the hand. Teach my heart to read your mercy like it's written just for me. It's still open on the table, like the door I never saw. Every line still softly saying, child, you were never lost. I laid my pride beside the pages, let the tears fall where they may. The Bible's still open on the table, and your love never turned away. Same old book, same wooden table, but tonight I finally stayed.
Yeah. Evening light through the kitchen window, dust in the air like quiet prayers. I was tired of holding myself together, tired of pretending I wasn't scared. I didn't ask for answers, or reasons, didn't know what words to say. I just sat there with my questions as the daylight slipped away. I thought love would come like a warning, like a wave I couldn't outrun. I thought faith would demand perfection, would leave me when I came undone. But nothing rushed into the silence, nothing tried to take control. Something gentle stayed beside me, and it felt like coming home. No knocking on my heart that night, no voice telling me to change, just a presence warm and steady, calling me by name. Love didn't push me forward, didn't pull me from the floor. Love didn't hurry my healing, didn't ask me for more. It stayed when I had nothing, when I couldn't stand or run. Love didn't overwhelm me, love sat with me till I was done. Tears fell soft onto the table, no shame in letting them fall. Every broken thought I carried didn't scare you at all. I felt you closer in the stillness, then in every prayer I tried, like you weren't waiting for my courage, just my heart to open wide. I didn't have to be stronger, didn't have to explain. You met me right where I was, and you stayed the same. Love didn't push me forward, didn't drag me through the pain. Love didn't rush my story, didn't ask me to pretend. It held a space between my fear and the hope I couldn't see. Love didn't fix me in a moment, love stayed and carried me. If this is how you love me, teach my heart to live the same, to stay when it gets heavy, to not walk away. Let me be a quiet place where hurting souls can breathe. Love still doesn't rush me, still lets the silence speak. Every scar is safe with you, every weakness seen. I don't need to prove I'm worthy, I don't need to overcome. Love is here, love is patient, love sat with me till the sun came up. The night passed slow and tender, and I wasn't alone.
We came in tired from different roads, dust on our boots, weight in our bones. Everyone chasing a louder dream, trying to be more than we need to be. The town was quiet, the sky burned low, porch lights flickered like they always know that something holy happens here when we finally slow. Some of us carried years of regret, some of us smiling just to forget. We learned to move fast, we learned to cope, but speed never taught us how to hope. Then someone said, let's just sit a while. No fixing words, no forced replies, just breathing in the open air under the same white sky. No one preaching, no one pretending, no race to win tonight, just hearts remembering how to listen in the fading light. So we laid the hurry down in the dirt, laid our fear where mercy works. We didn't need answers, we didn't need proof, just the peace that comes when love moves through. Side by side without a sound, we felt heaven when we laid the hurry down.
Laughter broke through a few old tears. Stories came out we've held for years. Every scar felt less alone, standing there skin and bone.
No one rushed, the moment passed like grace was built to last, and every breath between us felt like a prayer at last. We weren't trying to be better, we weren't trying to be strong, we just stayed long enough to notice we belong. So we laid the hurry down in the dirt, laid our pride where mercy works. We didn't fix it, we didn't pretend, we let love do what love does best. Heart to heart, solid ground, we found freedom when we laid the hurry down. We don't have to run anymore,
We don't have to run,
we don't have to earn this love.
it's already won. Here in the stillness, we are fine. So we lay the hurry down tonight, let the dark make room for light. No finish line, no proving ground, just grace enough to go around.
Hand in hand, safe and sound, this is how heaven feels when we lay the hurry down. The night moves slow, the stars stayed out, and none of us wanted to leave that ground. Boots by the steps, dust on the floor, keys in the bowl like every night before. I came in quiet, tired and worn, carrying battles nobody saw. Every room knew the man I played, strong on the outside, scared underneath. I learned how to stand my ground out there, but never learned how to breathe.
I thought love needed proof and control, a steady hand, a guarded soul. I wore my strength like a second skin, afraid of what might happen if I let it in. Faith felt heavy when I held it tight, like trust was something earned by fight. Didn't know grace was waiting on me to just come in. So I stopped right there in the doorway light, heard a whisper say, "You're safe tonight." I left my armor at the door, didn't need it anymore. No sword, no shield, no hard reply, just a tired heart and open eyes. I thought I had to stand and prove, but you loved me when I finally knew I don't have to fight to be secure. So I left my armor at the door.
Every scar I tried to hide didn't scare you when I stepped inside. You didn't ask me where I'd been, didn't question how I got here then. The weight I carried mile by mile fell right off in a little while, like home was never meant to be a battlefield. No judgment in the quiet room, just mercy making space to move. I left my armor at the door, laid my fear across the floor. All the strength I leaned upon wasn't strength at all, just holding on. I tried to learn what's always true, but you loved me when I finally knew. The grace is strongest when I'm sure. I left my armor at the door. If I've learned to live defensive, teach my heart another way.
If love doesn't come with conditions, help me stay. I don't need to win this war, I just need you more. So I'll leave my armor at the door. Every night and every storm, I won't harden up my soul. I'll let your kindness take control. I don't need to prove I'm strong, I don't need to carry on alone. I found my rest, I found my cure when I left my armor at the door. Same old house, same open floor, but I'm not fighting anymore.
I've been waking up before the sunrise, chasing daylight just to stay ahead. Coffee strong, a calendar full, trying not to feel the weight I carry in my chest. Every step felt like a promise I was scared I couldn't keep, so I kept on pushing forward on strength I couldn't sleep. I thought faith was never slowing, never letting my guard fall. I thought love meant holding steady while my heart hit every wall. I prayed in half-finished sentences, rushed through every word. Didn't know you were listening, even when I said nothing at all. Then the night grew wide and quiet, and my knees finally bent. I felt you closer in that moment than in all the miles spend. That's when I learned to breathe again. When I let the hurry in, I stopped trying to be fearless, stopped pretending I was strong. Grace didn't ask me for an answer, didn't say where I went wrong. It just held me in the stillness till I learned to breathe again. The world didn't change its rhythm, bills still came, the road stayed long. But something deep inside me said I don't have to carry this alone. I felt my shoulders drop an inch, felt the ground beneath my feet, like rest was more than sleep at night, like mercy was complete. No rush to get me moving, no timeline to obey, just a voice saying softly, you can stay. That's when I learned to breathe again. Not by running, not by will. I laid my fear down in your hands and found a deeper kind of still. I don't need to outrun failure, I don't need to always win. Faith grew stronger in the quiet when I learned to breathe again. If I forget and start chasing tomorrow, pull me back to where I am. If I measure life by effort, teach my heart another plan. I don't need the weight of heaven, I just need your open hand. Now I'm learning to breathe again. Every step and every day. Not because the road is easy, but because I'm held this way. I don't have to prove my value, I don't have to pretend. I'm alive inside your mercy, and I've learned to breathe again. The road is still before me, but tonight I'm not afraid.
The last amen, the room's still warm, the light's still low. My hands were empty, my heart was loud, but I stayed longer than I planned to go. Every word I meant to say fell quiet on my tongue, like silence was an answer I was learning to trust. I thought you'd come with thunder or a sign I couldn't miss. I thought faith needed language to prove that it exists. But the stillness wrapped around me like a knowing soft and sure, and nothing felt unfinished anymore. No footsteps down the hallway, no voice calling my name, just a peace that held me steady all the same. You didn't speak, but I was heard. You didn't move, but you stayed close. Every fear I couldn't say, you already knew the most. I without a reason, not from pain, not from regret. They felt like something loosening, like a weight I didn't know I kept. I stopped waiting for the moment when you tell me what to do, and found the answer in the quiet, just being with you. No fixing what was broken, no explaining who I am, just mercy sitting with me where I stand. You didn't speak, but I was heard. You didn't rush, you didn't turn. All the questions in my chest lost their power in your calm. I didn't need the perfect prayer, didn't need the right words learned. You didn't speak, but I was heard. If this is how you listen, teach my heart to do the same, to stay when it gets heavy, to love without demands. Let me be a quiet place where broken voices land. You still don't speak, but I am held. Still no sound, but nothing's lost. Every part of who I am is safe inside your paws. I came with all my doubts and fear. I leave with peace I never earned. You didn't speak, but I was heard. The prayer ended long ago, but you're still here.
We built our lives on clocks and lines, measured days by winds and time. Hands were full, hearts were thin, always trying to break in. We learned to smile, learned to stand, learned to carry what we planned. But somewhere in the noise we lost the simple truth we had.
We said, just a little faster now, just a little more somehow. Every dream kept erasing bars, every mile felt twice as far.
Then the night fell wide and slow, and the talking finally broke. We felt something we forgot how to know. No spotlight, no grand display,
Just a stillness we couldn't explain.
like grace was closer than our breath. We slowed our hearts, and heaven met us there. In the space between our fear and care, no proving ground, no need to climb, just mercy moving through our time. We laid our pride, we stayed, we shared. We slowed our hearts, and heaven met us there. Some of us carried silent shame, some wore strength like a borrowed name. But standing close, we felt it fade, like love doesn't need to be explained.
Every story found its place, every down was held by grace, and nothing asked us to be more than who we are.
No race to finish, no need to win,
Just room enough to breathe again. We slowed our hearts,
and heaven met us there. Not in answers, not in prayer, but in the quiet we all shared. In
and stay right here. Let the silence make it clear. What we've been chasing all this time was never far, was never mine.
In open hands and honest prayer, and letting go and choosing care, we slowed our hearts and heaven met us there. We slowed our hearts and heaven met us there.
We fell,
Not in answers, not in prayer, but in the quiet we all shared. In the way we didn't have to bear, side by side, aware and bare. We slowed our hearts and heaven met us there. The night moved on, the stars still shone, and somehow we weren't alone. The sun went low behind the fields, gold turned gray, the day stood still. I watched the shadows stretch their arms over fences, over barns. Every hour I couldn't say slipped like dust between my hands. I stood there wondering what was left of all the plans I had. I thought the light would always mean that I was strong, that I could see. But night came soft without a sound and found me standing on unsure ground. I waited for the fear to rise, for something in me to collapse. But all I felt was quiet truth holding me fast. No sudden answers in the dark, no voice telling me who I am. Just a steady sense of knowing I'm not abandoned here. The light faded, but you stayed. When my confidence slipped away, I couldn't see what lay ahead, but I was never left for dead. The sky went quiet, hope felt thin, still your mercy settled in. The light faded, but you stayed. Crickets sang their evening song, like they'd been waiting all day long. Every sound found its place, nothing hurried, nothing chased. I laid my questions in the dirt, didn't need them answered now. If being here was all it took to be found, I don't need the morning yet, I don't need the road explained. I just need to know this truth remains. The light faded, but you stayed. When every sure thing felt afraid, I didn't have the words to pray, but you understood me anyway. The dark didn't mean you left, it just taught my heart to rest. The light faded, but you stayed. If I've mistaken light for love, if I've chased sight instead of trust, teach my heart to recognize to see it all. I just need to know I'm known. The light can fade, the night can fall, still your presence covers all. I don't fear the coming gray, because you're not the light that fades. In every shadow, every place, your faithfulness remains the same. The light faded, but you stayed. The field went dark, the stars appeared, and I was safe right there. Used to ask what comes tomorrow, where this road is gonna end. Counted miles like they could save me, like answers wait around the bend. I carried hope like something fragile, afraid to drop it in the dark. Didn't know the ground beneath me knew my heart. Every prayer felt like a question, every silence felt too long. I thought faith meant constant motion, proving I was getting strong. But the night came slow and gentle, nothing left I had to do. And for the first time in the waiting, I just knew. No signpost pointing forward, no voice telling me to run, just a calm that settled in me like I'd already come. I'm already here, I don't need to arrive, don't need the future to feel alive. I stopped asking where you've been when I felt you breathing in. I don't need to chase what's true, I don't need to push this through. I'm already here, and so are you. The stars don't rush the morning, the river doesn't fight its way. Everything knows how to trust what it was made to be and say. I laid my plans down in the quiet, let them rest where they belong, and found the strength I've been searching for all along. I don't need to see the ending, I don't need the road in view. If this moment holds your presence, it's enough. I'm already here, I don't need to run, don't need the rising sun. Every breath feels like a gift, every doubt has learned to live. I don't need a clearer sign, I don't need to cross a line. I'm already here, and so If tomorrow never answers, if the road keeps winding on, let my heart stay right here anchored in the now. I don't need to understand, I just need your open hand. I'm already here, my soul at rest. No more proving, no more tests. I don't need to know what's next. I trust the ground beneath my steps. The search is over, the truth is clear. Love was never far from here. I'm already here. Stays quiet, and I do too.